Hey everyone, welcome to today's pick a card where I'm going to be asking what is it that your spirit guides want to tell you right now. So take a few moments. We have a couple of different stones set out. Take a few moments and see which one resonates with you. I do have to say I apologize for any background noises you may hear. My cat just decided to play with her toy right as I decided to record. As well as any other background noises that you hear that are not me. I do apologize in advance. So with that being said, alrighty guys, let's get into it. I'll see you there. Bye. Alright, everybody. We chose this beautiful, I'm not sure what this is, but it's gorgeous. Alrighty, let's get into it. So, already pre-shuffled everything. So it looks like your guides are telling you it's time to take a change and start really going for what it is that you desire. It's time to really make a change, and it may not be the easiest. It might be a change that you have to fight for, but it's something that you need to change about yourself here. So we also have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is a meditation card. So this is really followed, because it's followed by the Hermit on top of it. Like, I love it. So this is Spirit really telling you, like, you need to spend some time resting and meditating, really rejuvenating yourself. And by doing this, it's going to bring you into, like, this new state of enlightenment where where everything seems to just click for you. And that's why Spirit really wants you to take a change and to really take some action on the things that it is that you're going for, because it starts and it ends with action cards, because the Chariot really talks about movement. So if that's something that you've been looking for, you also could be dealing with or are a Cancer. But you also have the Nine of Cups here. And the Nine of Cups, if you know anything about tarot, this is the wish fulfillment card. So it tells me that after you take this time for yourself and you come to this new state of enlightenment, that you're really honestly going to have your wishes being fulfilled, that you're going to be able to make, like, big movements, like boss movements here. This isn't like small time movements. This is real boss energy here. I love it. So, another thing, Spirit, like, as soon as I started shuffling this deck, this came out for you, which is spiritual strength. And this is really, to me, this is really like bridging the gap in between you and the spiritual world and truly walking with your guides. Like, that's part of the reason why, once again, your guides want you to take some time by yourself. Your guides want you to meditate and to get into connection with them, is because they're trying to bridge the gap for you. You can't have somebody... How can you expect a messenger to deliver what it is that you want to be delivered if you never tell the messenger what it is that they need to be delivered? Like, I've said this in one of my previous videos. If you're not putting your angels to work, then what are they doing? Basically, like, and this is really Spirit saying, yeah, I know. But once you come to this point of enlightenment, and you come to this point where you've really just... where you've really just, you know what it is that you want, you need to stand your ground. You need to stand full-heartedly into that and not back down. Don't care what anybody has to say. Like I said in the beginning, this may be something that that you're gonna have to work for. It's not something that's really gonna be just handed to you. It's something that you are gonna have to work for, but it's gonna be worth it. Honestly, with this Nine of Cups here, it's something that you need to take very seriously as well. Also,
with this trapped in fear, this is really telling me that it's time to step out of your fears. That really fear is no longer serving you in this situation. And that's once again going back to this change portion. Like, you can't make any movements. You can't take any actions if you're afraid to even take a step. If you're afraid to take a step, then you're not going to get anywhere. You know, it's better to move backwards or to move forward, but you not moving in any way, shape, or form isn't helping your situation. So, I have to say, so the last two cards that came out, I'm going to make this one pretty short, but the last two cards that came out are Beloved. It came out in reverse. So this card, when it comes out in the reverse position, really talks about basically like holding on to something too tightly. You know, holding on to another person, to whatever, but holding on to love too tightly, you know. And maybe it's like somebody's hurt you and you're just kind of holding on to that hurt. Well, it's time to let go of that. That's what Spirit really wants you to know. Okay, so I love it because this card really talks about, like I said before, holding on to love too strongly, too deeply, like still holding on to something that's hurt you, you know, not leaving room for yourself, not taking care of yourself. And the circle comes right back in and says this again, you know. And maybe that's why, like, as you're watching this, you might be dealing with like some kind of breakup, whether it's friendship or whatever, but that's kind of like the vibes that I'm getting from this. But this is also telling you once again, like, let go of anything that's decaying, you know. You take garbage out when it's gross, right? Well, it's time to really release the situation because it's, right now it's really just festering. And if this is dealing with like another person, this is Spirit really telling you that, like, especially with these three cards right here, like, it's time to really release yourself from this. Like, don't be afraid that you're going to be alone, because the reason why Spirit has you on this path right now is honestly because of the fact that, like, you spending this time by yourself is what's going to bring in those wishes, what's going to help you to really be able to manifest things, right? And honestly, with all of this, it kind of tells me that, like, if this person does decide to try and come back into your life, stand your ground. Like, if you've decided, no, I no longer want to be in this situation, I'm good, I'm Gucci, then consider, still be that way. Don't go back looking for something just because it makes you feel some type of way. I do apologize. I am not exactly sure where I was when I called, and I do apologize about that, when that phone call came through. But what I believe I was about to say is, if, like I said, if there's a relationship that's had some kind of separation, and when that separation is over with, you're like, you know what? No, I'm bad. I don't need this. Like, I got this. I don't need you. And this person really tries to come back and tries to reconcile. You need to stand your ground. But the reason why you're being put through this moment where you have to be alone is to build up your spiritual strength, because there are a lot of things that you really need to be taught, but you have to be alone to be able to really learn them, for them to really be able to take hold and take root. And that's really what Spirit wants to do, is they want to bridge that gap between you guys. But until you really take that moment, that time to really spend with your spirit guides, then they're really not able to come in and step in and help you. And you can't be trapped in fear that, oh my goodness, like, will I ever find somebody again? Like, don't even worry about that. Like, honestly, because it looks like to me personally that you not only have something coming in, but I mean, it might be a couple months, you know, it might be until like next summer before you actually get into a relationship, if that's what this is, but it's fine. You know, spend that time by yourself, getting to love yourself, getting to know every nook and cranny and, you know, rolls if you got them. Whatever it is, that weird little toe you got. I know I got it. It like sits up under all the rest of my toes. It's funky. But you know what? I love my little weird toe because it's on my body, you know? And it probably would have grown if I hadn't stubbed it so many times. Y'all should already know. I'm kind of a fool. But this is really spirit trying to bridge the gap between you guys. And I'll call her back. But this is really spirit trying to bridge the gap between you guys. And I do apologize.
Please leave a message after the tone.
That's my best friend. Hey. So, but anyway, it sounded like there was somebody out the door. But really, there's a new cycle that's trying to come into your life, but you really gotta let it. You really gotta learn, like I said, learn how to love yourself, you know, in this moment. Really get to know yourself and your spirit guides, because your spirit guides really want to connect with you and bring you something new. But you gotta be able to release and let it go and allow it to come in, because if you don't, then, you know, what are we here for? You dig? Alrighty. Definitely let me know how this resonates. Alrighty, guys. Bye. Alright, group number 2. Just remember my disclaimer from the beginning. I do still live in an apartment complex. Alright, so we have the 6 of Cups, the Judgment card, the 2 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, the Tower, and the 3 of Wands in reverse. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I'm just being hella dramatic for no reason. It's normally group number 3 that gets all this energy, but I guess I'm just spreading it out throughout it. I'm just doing the damn thing. Alrighty, y'all. So it really looks like, honestly, what your spirit guides are trying to tell you here. Honestly, kind of what I'm getting from this, from the Judgment and the 6 of Cups, is that there's something or someone from your past they're really choosing to hold on to right now. And Spirit's trying to bring you through this rebirth, trying to help allow you to really release and let go. And it's almost like Spirit's been throwing you a bunch of stuff. And trying to keep your mind off of it, but it's almost like you keep on going back to this thing. It's like, okay, well, you got a new job, you got a new puppy, you got this, you got that, like, you have this whole list of stuff, but it's like, at the end of the day, your mind goes right back to that thing that it is that you feel like you're missing. But Spirit really wants you to, like, there's something that's coming in. This might be like a new person, a new something, but there's this definite tower moment that's about to happen, and this is really, I feel like this is your guides being like, hey, watch out for this. And you know, I feel like it might be something that really shakes you up, and it may be something, honestly, like, you're not really taking time for yourself, you're not really caring for yourself, because when I think of the 6 of Cups too, I really think of like healing your inner child, and dealing with things like shadow work and things of that nature, and really nurturing this. Or even, honestly, when it comes down to it, like you taking care of your kids as well, and it's like you're juggling a lot of things. With the 8 of Wands, I always take the 8 of Wands as like this, especially in this deck, it's like blowing wishes. But it's like, I don't know, with this 8 of Wands and this 3 of Wands, I feel like some of the things that you've been trying to bring in, they're not taking root. And I feel like part of the reason why they're not taking root is because you really have this thing that you're not letting go of. you know, this thing from your past that you still allow to like really block you, really keep you held back from truly being able to be and accomplish the things that it is that you want and need to accomplish. I do apologize, by the way, if like I start looking at like anything, it's just me. I'm hard to keep focused. Okay, do apologize about that. But so anyways, you have like this you're really, like I said from the beginning, there's something like you're not letting go of with this Three of Wands. But you know, there's really, it's like Spirit really wants to free you. Like if this is a person, I feel like Spirit really wants to free you from these things, this situation, you know, with this person, or not even this person, but this thing, whatever it is, like that's from your past, but you really need to let it go, because honestly it looks like it's caused you to be slightly emotionally withdrawn, and if you've closed off your heart, it really is hard to manifest things that it is that you want to manifest, but you also can't receive, you can't really get things really when it comes down to it. But so you need to work on opening up your heart. You know, I love it because you also have Harmony, which is the Lovers, and Authority, which is the Emperor. So really when it comes down to it, this tells me that it's time to really get in harmony with yourself, you know, but really when it comes down to it, like if you're dealing with someone in particular, I think it's time, honestly, my opinion, it's time to release it. It's time to let it go. And what I mean by this is if you guys are having a lot of problems, really, if you guys are having a lot of problems and it's like something from the past that keeps on coming up in the relationship, then it's time to just let that thing go. Like, I'm not saying like throw the baby out with the bathwater or anything, but what I am saying is really take the time to just be like, you know what? This isn't serving either one of us. So one of us has got to back down. Obviously this person isn't, so what can I do, you know, and really come in harmony with this relationship. But it's like you're really just not letting go, and the Spirit really wants you to come in balance with yourself, to have this rebirth, this renewal of self, to really be able to stand in your power. And not only is the Emperor like power, he's big, strong daddy, you know, whatever, however it is you want to say that, but like he really is like that go-getter. But the thing about it is he's also ruled by Aries, and Aries really is that go-getter. If Aries is that go-getter, like I see it, I want it, I'm not gonna stop till I get there, you know, and as soon as I get there I'm off to the next thing. That's just kind of fire energy, and I feel like that's what Spirit really wants to bring to you. But you can't be worried about the things of the past and expect you to really be able to move forward, to really be able to bridge this gap within the world, like your world and the next world. When it comes to this Tower moment, honestly, this is where I really feel like you're gonna be left with the decision. Truly how I feel, that you're gonna be left with a decision of whether or not you are gonna release this thing or not. So if you've been like this 8 of Wands, where he's just taking and blowing dandelions, you know, also with these two eights that came out, I would suggest getting out of the house, going, traveling, you know, if it's no more than just walking down the street, but like get out the house, go do something that makes you feel good. Oh, bless my soul. Okay. Sorry, I do apologize. So yeah, but like this is really about becoming, like I said, allowing something new to happen, and really just being able to sail along for the journey, Um, yeah, don't worry about things like not going right. Just go for it, honestly. Um, yeah. Sorry, I was reading, because this hummingbird, it's the last card that came out for you guys, is the hummingbird, number 26. He's really pretty, but he really is, it's about, like I said before, taking action, so don't be afraid, like, if spirit just seems like it's throwing things at you, and it seems like it's trying to take your mind off of things, like, that's perfectly fine. Like, whatever it is that'll help you to be able to move past this moment. Don't forget, like, you need to, if it is something you need to release and let go, like, let it go, full moons, as I record this is a full moon, so take control of that energy, but don't hold on, don't hold on to past heartache, past whatever the situation is. You have a lot of 8s. I wouldn't be surprised if you are like an 8 number, or you're dealing with an 8. Lord bless your soul if you are dealing with an 8, because they are amazing people with very strong heads. Just amazing people though, but they're very, very strong in what they want, and there's nothing wrong with that. But once again, like, that Aries energy, like, go for what it is that you want, don't be afraid to take a leap of faith, but don't hold on to things that have gone wrong in the past, because that's not going to serve you. That's not going to help you to be able to move forward if you're constantly worried about, okay, well, when I did this or when I went there, I messed up here, 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 and here. That's not going to help you, boo. Alrighty, hun. So definitely let me know how this resonates, and I will see you guys again soon. Thank you. Bye. For those who chose the red Jasper, the third pile, I do apologize, because group number 2, I realized I did not show the crystal at all. Alright, what is it that your spirit guides want to tell you? Oh, that's right. They only gave me 4 cards for you. So, right off the bat. Okay, I'm just being slightly special, y'all. You have the 9 of Pentacles. Hi. This is a card of independence. So Spirit really wants you to be independent. To really work on your independence, really, when it comes down to it. She's got it all in the bag. Like, she's just enjoying the music and the funness of life, and that's really what Spirit really wants you to work with these next 3 cards. Like, Spirit was very frank with group number 3. Wants you to sail away. It looks like, honestly, right now, you're taking on too much with this 10 of Wands. Like, you're taking on too much. Like, and Spirit really wants you to honestly sail away from that. Like, if you're dealing with everybody and everybody else's stuff, and you're not taking time to deal with your own, like, this is causing you a bunch of distress, and Spirit wants you to move out of this energy, really, and to move into sailing away from it better, to solid grounds, being independent, fire and air, like, that's just fire, basically. But Pentacles, it's strong. It's, something that can really be held on to. This is really Spirit, like, it's like you're surrounded by a bunch of people who just honestly don't mean you no good. Like, they're just gah, 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 like these crows. They're just over here talking spit. They don't mean nothing, because they just all about the spit, and with the 10 of Wands, like, you're taking on too much. Like, people are putting too much on your plate. It's time to really release that, because like I said, it's like you're stuck, and right now it's like you don't necessarily see a way out. But this is why Spirit's like, nah, work on your independence, work on you. Now is the time to really know you, You know what it is that you bring to the table, because you got this. And that's why Spirit really wants you to know, is at the end of the day, you got this. Like, everything's in the bag for you. You just gotta sail away from all these burdens and these things that you've allowed either yourself or other people to put on your back. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Where they do that at? You know, because it's like right now, like normally in the upright position, it's like the swan's like, I want out. But it's like in the down position, it's like there's no way for it to get out unless you really release some of this burden and you take some of these things off your back, because they're not serving you. Like, I really can't say that enough. This isn't serving you. This isn't for your higher good, and you're just holding on. Like, you're just doing too much for too many people for no reason. And it, like I said, it's causing you too much stress, and it just ain't worth it. Like, but Spirit wants you to know on the flip side, you know, with this Nine of Pentacles, you have spiritual and material prosperity, which honestly tells me this: once you take this moment to really set yourself free, to be independent, to know that you got it in the bag, this is you. Doors of opportunity are going to open up for you that you never saw possible. But unless you're willing to let go of the things that other people are putting on your back, that you're allowing other people to put on your back, because you can only, basically, number one, you can only take so much as a human. But number two, like, you have the power to just throw that whole kingdom off your back. Like, you don't have to carry a village by yourself. And if you're carrying a village by yourself, then it's time to really call in some help, some reinforcement, somebody who can really help you, you know. Next you have intuition. Okay. So, but this is the High Priestess. So this is about intuition, about wisdom. Like, you know, at the end of the day, the situation isn't serving you. You know, at the day, this is putting too much on you, and you already know. You already have it, like, it's already been spoken to your soul. So it's really about taking the action to be able to get this off of you. Get this energy off of you. Go cleanse your house. Go take a shower. And when you take that shower, take it with the intent that anything that is on your aura, in your aura, that somebody else has left there, that it just be washed down the drain. That's always one of the quickest and easiest ways to really connect. Also, you have foundation and achievement. I do apologize. Forgive me for all the yawning. But you have foundation and achievements, which is the Four of Wands, which is a celebration. So once you move out of this energy and you put all this that other people are putting on you, and you take and you really release yourself from it, then you'll notice that you'll feel free. You'll be able to celebrate. You'll be able to really take a look at the things that it is that you've achieved, as opposed to something that somebody else has achieved, you know. And that's why Spirit really wants to hound in that independence, is so you can get it in the bag for you. It's not about somebody else. It's not about what somebody else has to say. It's really about you and putting this in for yourself. Also, last but not least, we have the Magic in the reverse position. So this Magic card, this is really talks about, like, kind of forgetting we live in a world of magic. Magic is all around us. We co-create the world around us, but this is also talks about, like, the magic that children see, because children they still are so fresh and so new to the world, so they're able to manifest things, honestly, a lot easier than we are, partially because all they want, like, when I was a kid, all I wanted was Barbie, and I had more Barbies than what I can imagine. Now you know why I sound like this. Okay, anyways. So, but this is really spirit saying you're not embracing this childlike nature, this childlike curiosity. You're allowing basically the weights of the world to stop you from being able to see the magic. Like, it's so beautiful to watch something go from being this big to seeing a mighty tree, you know? So, and really taking the moments to just see the world, number one, through a child's eyes, but understanding just the music, then the synchronicities. Like, I don't know why music, I feel like, is so important. And maybe when it comes down to it, Spirit's been trying to talk to you in music. Like, you keep on hearing songs, and these songs are triggering something inside of you. I don't know why I feel like this, but these songs are like triggering these things inside of you, and this is Spirit telling you, like, I've been talking to you this way. Like, I've been letting you know these things through music because I feel like that might be the only way you might listen. So listen. Listen. Anyways, guys. So, but this is really, I love it because both the magic card and the intuition card, both of them have crowns on. So it's really a time. I wouldn't be surprised if Spirit really wants you to work on your crown chakra as well. That's basically the top chakra. But anyways, I really feel like that is what Spirit has to tell you. Like, it's time to embrace the magic. Stop worrying about other people. Putting other people's worries and stress on your back. It's not serving you good. Alrighty. Definitely let me know how it is that this resonates. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Have a great day. And bye. Thank you.